Welcome to another tutorial on EasyWorship 2009, brought to you by worshipmediapro.com. In this lesson, I'm going to talk about the schedule in EasyWorship and how to create a schedule, and then also how to pack the schedule when you're done. EasyWorship allows you to easily create and save presentations or worship services, and these presentations are called schedules. Songs, scriptures, videos, PowerPoint slides, camera feeds, DVD clips, and other resources can be added to the schedule as well. EasyWorship schedule files include all the information needed to display the song text with appropriate background images, PowerPoint slideshows, and others. And then you can also pack this schedule and make it portable so that you can take it to a production EasyWorship system that's connected to all of your projection equipment. So you can stage all of it on one machine, pack it, and then deliver it to another. And I'm going to show you how to do that as well. The first piece I'm going to talk about here is the favorites. And what you see here is a very long list of hymnals that are included in EasyWorship 2009. And I can just check this column here and make any one of these hymnals my favorites. So I'm going to just have 3 that I've already pre-checked, and how I'm going to view those 3 is clicking on this favorite button. That's going to filter out all the other songs and just have my 3 available. Now I'm going to add these 3 to the schedule, and how I can do that is 2 separate ways. I can click on this plus button, or I can simply click on the song and then drag it and drop it into the scheduler. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab all 3 and drop them. Now I can move these around in 2 different ways. I can select the arrow buttons and I can just arrow up or arrow down, or I can simply drag it and move them to the places I want to move them to. So I'm going to make my songs, and can it be King of Glory, Rejoice, the Lord is King, in this order. Now I'm going to add some media to these songs here, because right now the default background is this kind of this blue light effect. So we're going to go to Media tab, which is the media library, and we're going to click on Images. So these are all the still backgrounds that are available that I've imported already in the previous video when I loaded the media into EasyWorship. Now these backgrounds are from Worship Media Pro, and you're also going to notice that we had the opportunity to include some of our backgrounds as a donation to EasyWorship to be free to customers. So we were blessed to have that opportunity, and you're going to see some of our Worship Media Pro backgrounds already pre-assembled and included in EasyWorship 2009. So let's add some backgrounds here. And the first one, I'm going to select this background, and all I'm doing is I'm clicking on it and I'm going to drag it over the song, and I'm going to let go. So I'm going to drag and drop my background onto that song. And now I'm going to select another one here, and it's going to be, let's say, this one, King of Glory. That is perfect. And I'm going to do one more, which is just going to be this blue. I'll use this one here, and I'm going to drop it over Rejoice, the Lord is King. So now I've added my backgrounds to each one of my songs. I have the order that I want my songs to play in. And let's take a look and see what it looks like with the lyrics over the background. So I'm going to get a thumbnail view of what it looks like here. And in my next tutorial, I'm going to talk about editing your schedule, setting global fonts and styles and sizes, and then changing individual songs inside of the schedule or inside of the database. So you can do it globally or just per schedule. We're going to talk about that. And the reason why I'm breaking these up in small chunks is so that you don't have to listen to a 20-minute video to get that 1 minute of information that you needed. Rather, I'm going to make it multiple videos, and I'm going to give you descriptions of each one so that you can click on the appropriate one and get the content you need, and then move on to trying that on your EasyWorship 2009. But we're also going to talk about how to position the lyrics, so you could see that, you know, these are all by default in the center, and they're also centered. So they're vertically centered, horizontally centered, and the text is also centered as well. So we can modify that globally, or we can modify that per song, or even in the database itself. Okay, so we've done that. Now, we can also do some other things, and I'm going to talk more about mini movies and things like that later on, but let's just drop a mini movie into this and show you what that looks like. So in my case, I have not loaded any mini movies because that's going to be a separate tutorial, loading in mini movies, because I can use DVD or I can use videos that I've imported. Maybe these are mini movies that you've downloaded from other worship resource sites in a certain format like MPEG or WMV, and then you can put those in your video library and then drag those into your scheduler. So in this case, I am going to do that. I'm going to pull from my library, and if you notice, if I go to the very top just a little bit more, it turns to this bold black line. So that means I'm at the very top of my schedule. And of course, if I made a mistake and dropped it in the middle here, I can just simply arrow up and put it to the top of my list. So I can save my schedule this way, and I can have a countdown timer, which is nice. It helps usher people into worship. Or I can have a mini movie that will help to get people's hearts prepared for worship. Whatever you choose for the first piece, good idea to have that there. So I'm going to remove this, show you how to remove something from the schedule. And I'm just going to click on this remove button here, and I've removed that video from the schedule. Now what I could do is I could save this so that I can make it portable and bring it to my projector. And in this case, I'm going to save it as tutorial 2. And you can see I already have one pre-saved, and I'm actually going to use that one as my reference for this tutorial here. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel that out. And what I'm going to do is I am going to save this. I'm going to save this without packing it. I'm going to save it as tutorial to unpacked. There we go. So this is just not packed, but it is a schedule that's saved. And you notice when you do a pack, when you know it's done, because it does take some time to load all the backgrounds into that file and all the information necessary so that it makes it portable, it'll take a little bit of time there. So you'll see something, you'll see it untitled, and then when it's complete, you'll see the actual file name pop up at the top here. That's when you know it's completed. So let's go ahead and close this out now. All right, now that I have my schedule saved and packed, I'm going to go back to EasyWorship 2009, and as you can see, this is the beta version of EasyWorship 2009. And I'm going to double click it, and you're going to see a little expiration warning here for the beta version. EasyWorship made this available to us to start some tutorials, so that's great. The production copy will be available this month in the middle of September. And also, if you order EasyWorship right now from us, you will get a free upgrade, so keep that in mind. There is a free upgrade to EasyWorship 2009. So let's import that schedule that we had saved earlier, and I'm just going to go to File, and I'm going to Import, and I'm going to import the one that I had pre-saved and packed. And what we're going to get here is an import schedule items, and I can compare to see if my lyrics have changed from what I have in my schedule to the database. So I can update my database here, and we're going to get into, again, in the next tutorial, editing your lyrics either on the schedule or in the database. So we can do that, or we can just say don't do anything. Just ignore the song item and just bring it in. So we're just going to say go ahead and bring it in. So now we have all of our songs that are pulled in here, and we've maintained the backgrounds and all that kind of good stuff on this, what we've simulated as the new machine. So that's it for this tutorial. We just talked about creating a schedule, saving and packing the schedule so you can make it mobile, and then importing that schedule that you packed into your production EasyWorship 2009. Our next video, we're going to talk about editing and modifying your songs that you've selected, and we'll use the same songs here in this schedule to do that. Thanks so much. God bless.